Hi everyone, it's Nicole here from Sydney English Teacher, and I'm coming to you live on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel with episode 3 of my Question of the Day series. Thank you so much for joining me and for taking the time out of your busy day to learn some English learning tips from me. I really appreciate it. As you know, I'm here every day, Monday through to Friday, answering the most commonly asked questions that I get asked every week. So I'm here to help all of you learn some new ways to improve your English skills and hopefully to motivate you all to do a little bit of English practice every day. So are you ready for episode 3? Let's begin. Today's question is, how can I improve my spelling skills? That's a really, really good question. And spelling is something that's overly complicated in English, even for native speakers. It's probably one of the most difficult aspects of the English language, especially in terms of writing, because as you know, what you hear and what you write or what you see is not necessarily the same thing. So, I'm here to give you some tips today to answer how you can improve your spelling skills and become more confident. Let's begin. The first tip that I have for you is read, read, read. Read as often as you can. Reading is seriously the best activity possible for developing and improving your spelling skills in English, in any language really, but especially in English. Because when you see the English spelling patterns and the English words over and over and over again, they soon become natural for you, they come to you naturally and you don't really have to think about them anymore. So the more you read and the more you see words being used, the easier it will become, really. And your spelling will improve. Simple. Next, I'd like you to become familiar with the English spelling rules. I guarantee they're not the same rules as your language. We've got some quite tricky, complicated spelling rules there, like I before E except after C, for example. So become familiar with those spelling rules, learn those spelling rules, and look out for them when you are reading. When you see words, look at them. Ah, that's this spelling rule. I know that. You might even want to create some lists of words that follow each particular spelling rule. And when you find new words, you can add them to those lists. Great way to practice and also to memorize which words belong in which category. So become familiar with the English spelling rules, with the sound and letter combinations, with silent letters, etc. And it will be a lot easier. Next, I want you to do regular spelling quizzes. So give yourself a regular spelling quiz, or someone else can quiz you or test you. If you test yourself or someone else tests you as often as possible, it really forces you to remember the spelling of difficult words, because you're really sitting down and concentrating and focusing and learning the combination of those letters one by one. The more you test yourself, I guarantee the more you will learn and the more confident you will become as you get better and better and better. So, spelling quizzes, just like we did when we were young at school. Next, I want you to write whenever you can. Just looking at words and trying to memorize them or remember them is not enough. If you really want to improve your spelling and to spell correctly, you actually need to write these words. You need to see these words. You need to think about these words and actively do something, actively produce these words, write these words, and fully make them your own. They're not your own until you've started practicing and writing them. So set aside some time every day, even if it's just 5 minutes, to write some words, some sentences, maybe write a journal article or an email. It doesn't really matter what you do. The most important thing is that you write. And remember, practice makes perfect. That is definitely the case when it comes to spelling and writing, obviously. But write as often as you can, and that will 100% improve your spelling skills. So, a quick review of today and the key points that I'd like you to remember. Number one, reading is essential. It's so important for you to read as much as possible. That's right. So, reading is the best activity that you can do to improve your spelling skills, because by seeing the English spelling patterns and the words over and over and over again, they soon they come naturally to you, You'll be able to spell them automatically because you've seen them so many times. It's like an image in your head of that word. So reading is so, so important. Number two, learn the spelling rules. So become familiar with those rules, because they're really the best way or the best shortcut to writing, reading, and spelling success. So learn those spelling rules. I'm happy to teach them to you. I have a course teaching you all about that. But learn the spelling rules, and that will really accelerate your spelling success and your confidence in spelling and writing as well. Number three, test yourself. Okay, do regular quizzes, and by testing yourself regularly, it really forces you to learn the words, the patterns, the letter combinations. And I promise that the more often you test yourself, the more often you spell the words correctly. And number four, I need you to write as often as possible, because writing is really the key to spelling success. So write words, sentences, emails, journal entries, whatever, as long as you write, because that will alone improve your spelling skills enormously. A quick bonus tip from me before we go today: don't rely on autocorrect, okay? If you're on the computer or on the phone or iPad or whatever, and you're writing something, don't rely on autocorrect to correct you or to tell you that something is wrong. If the computer does the thinking for you, you will never learn how to spell. You want to do it yourself and to be able to identify a mistake and correct it by yourself. So when you write something, okay, read over the words, read over the sentences to check that you've written them correctly. Look to see if they look okay. And that process alone of thinking and trying to identify the mistakes and then correcting them is so, 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 so powerful. And it will really give you faster results. So we learn by doing, we improve by doing. Don't rely on the computer, do it on your own. So I hope you've enjoyed today. If you've got any questions about today's topic or any other topic of the English language and you'd need some advice, I'm here to help. So ask me a question at this link, www.sydneyenglishteacher.com.au / ask a question. And I'd be more than happy to help you and everyone else by creating asking questions episode and answering your question. And who knows? Your episode might be next. Your question might be in the next episode. So, thank you so much. If you'd like any more learning, then come and join me in my learning community. You can visit my website, my blog, hundreds of amazing articles there to help you. My online courses and learning library are here really, really, really soon, so stay tuned. And obviously, you've got lots and lots of support and daily learning opportunities on my Facebook page, in my Facebook group, and on my YouTube channel. So I hope to see you there. And I'd like to say a big thank you for joining me today. I hope that you found this episode really helpful, that you've learnt a few great tips which you will start implementing to improve your spelling skills, and that you will see some improvements almost straight away. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you back here again soon for another Question of the Day episode. And if you liked this episode, please share it with your family and friends so that they can benefit too. Thank you so much. Have a